All right, welcome everybody to the latest episode of My-TOWN's Food Talk. I'm excited for two things today. I got a co-host with me today. Why don't you tell everyone who you are if they don't know who you are?
I'm Joe Danier, the master of controls usually, and now off screen with a disembodied voice.
You're like the wizard.
The
you
wizard,
like hang out in the back behind the curtain.
100%.
And, Joe's been nothing but supportive of us since we started this page. I don't think Joe does all the sound at our events we do. I always tell Joe, you could say no, but I feel like Joe never says no.
I do not know that word.
He just never says no. So we keep Joe on the Christmas card list every year. But thanks again, Joe, for having us down here at beautiful Youngstown Studios, downtown Youngstown. And the guest sitting across from me today, you might not recognize the face, but you would probably recognize the name because it's one of our most viewed videos that we've done over the last year. From Broken Leaf Cafe in Newton Falls. Why don't you tell everyone who you are?
Hi, everyone. So my name is Lillian McGinnis, and I am the co-owner of Broken Leaf Cafe, but mainly the face of Broken Leaf Cafe. So you'll always see me there. I'm there pretty much all the time.
Yeah.
I live there pretty much.
I mean, I think that's like the story of owning a small business, right? It becomes your life. You live and breathe it. So we were talking a little bit beforehand. I don't think I was ever in Newton Falls up until about 3 years ago, and I just like kind of fell in love with that little town. I never knew that it was one of the only. Did you know, Joe? That's one of the only towns in the U.S. that has the same 5 numbers as a zip code.
Did not know that.
4.
There you go.
There's only like 2 of them, I believe.
Somebody said there's one that's a 22222, and I can't remember. But yeah, like little Jeopardy trivia there for you.
Easy to remember.
But yeah, it's just I love going into small towns. I feel like whenever we go into a small town like Newton Falls or Lisbon, like the community just shares the stuff like crazy, and it's almost like they're like, well, no one ever talks about us, so somebody's talking about us.
Yeah.
Let's get the word out. And there's a couple reasons that drew me to Broken Leaf Cafe, but before we get into those, I kind of want to just get like a history of you wanting to open a cafe in Newton Falls and how the shop came to be, I guess, and where the name came from, all that good stuff.
Yeah. So growing up, my mom and my dad and like my brother and I, we would go to all kinds of different like small businesses. Like we loved going to different coffee shops, like little family-owned shops, like just traveling out and like taking a day, to discover something new. So that was always kind of, I don't know, something we love to do. We still do to this day, honestly. So my mom was actually diagnosed with cancer. It's been about 4 years, I believe, now. And when she was going through her first chemo treatment, we kind of sat down and were like, okay, like maybe this is something like we want to actually pursue. Like let's do it. Let's open our own coffee shop, and like sat down and basically planned out everything. Planned out the concept, like that we wanted to bring it to our hometown, because we didn't really have a lot in downtown growing up. Like I didn't really go into downtown growing up. So I was like, okay, this is something we need here. Like let's bring it to town, and we just kind of went for it. Honestly, jumped full in. And Broken Leaf Cafe kind of goes along with that story, the name of it as well. So when you break tea leaves, like tea leaves are broken, but when you put them into hot water, they bloom into something beautiful. And that's kind of, we get broken down sometimes, but we always get back up and keep going and like majorly push positivity. That's a big thing for me.
Yeah.
I always have struggled with anxiety. As you can see, I'm a little shaky now.
This is a very chill podcast. You have nothing to worry about down here.
But I've always struggled with anxiety. I've struggled with depression. Like mental health is a huge thing for me. And it was a huge thing that you can say one thing to someone and it can change their whole day. It can either make it or ruin their whole day. So like we write on all of our cups. That was a big thing for me, to like say one kind thing to someone or change their whole day just from giving them a little bit of positivity.
Back up a little, Joe. There you go.
Yeah, so that one, kindness is the language of the heart.
There it is.
And love who you are. So I literally handwrite all of those on all of our cups.
Your handwriting is beautiful, by
Thank
the
you.
way. If I wrote that, it would be like a demon
Exactly.
song,
Like, what the
right?
heck does this say? Did he
Yeah,
call me a name? What is that?
Yeah.
with you.
So that was like a big thing in opening, which I feel like made us a little bit different, is anyone who walks through our door, like, I want it to be a safe space. I want people to feel comfortable no matter what age you are, like, no matter anything. Like, you can come in and it'll just be a space for everyone, and like, you can feel comfortable there even if you're anxious. Like, I'm anxious too.
Yeah,
So
right?
walk up in order, we'll both be anxious together.
That's amazing. And so, what year did you open again?
I was
Okay, so
2023.
you're relatively new.
I'm like,
Okay.
I don't know.
So, talk about obviously, I'm guessing you probably had like a large influx when you opened, like the excitement of a new shop, and then probably the dips,
Yeah.
the peaks. What do they call it? The peaks and valleys.
So it is very big to me to spread by word of mouth, basically. So when we first opened, that was a huge thing. Like, just someone sharing one of our posts, like, got us way more people in. Like, someone, going and telling their friend, hey, like, I tried this lavender vanilla latte, like, you have to try it. That spread like wildfire, like when we first opened, pretty much for at least the first year. I'd like to say that it was just everyone, like, spreading our stories, spreading what they liked, like different menu items that you have to try. That was a huge thing when we first opened. And I think, like, as any business, that dies down a little bit. So we've had some struggles, and I think you see that a lot now, especially in the economy and everything we're in, all the prices raising, like, it's hard. And we see that as small business owners. We see, like, we're going through that ourselves, like buying our own food and stuff like that. So we definitely see that. But I think that even just someone saying, like, hey, like, try this place, that is so much to us. Like,
I try to tell everyone all the time, like, just a like and a share. Like, it's the most you
it
could
is more
possibly do.
it is more than you even know. I just posted last night, actually, about, like, sharing other small businesses so that we could check them out. Like,
Be patient, Mr. Honecker. Be patient. We're getting there.
yeah, you don't, I don't know. It means a lot, just the little things.
Yeah. I don't think a lot of people realize that. Like, they think, you're scrolling, and I always tell, like, I've told my wife, she's like, I never see your post. I'm like, it's because you don't like it. Like, you have to engage and hit the like. You don't have to share. And that way the stuff continuously goes on your feed, because like to your point, a lot of small shops can't afford to just throw commercials on FMJ. It's some people could afford it. It's insanely priced. We looked for promotional things we've done, and I'm like, I don't know how people could afford that.
Yeah.
And it costs nothing. Literally, it costs nothing but 5 seconds of your time to hit like and share. Like that. That's literally it. So, I said at the beginning, a couple things drew me to your page. And the first time I think that I heard about you or discovered you was in December of 2025.
Yes.
You made a post, and it went nuclear. I think it went kind of crazy because it was you didn't, pardon my French, you didn't bullshit anyone. Like, you were authentic, and you basically plead for help, I guess. I hate this. I don't want to sound like you were begging,
I
but
I don't ever ask for help.
Yeah.
Like, I am very stubborn. I say I get that from my mom. I am very stubborn when it comes to anything. Like, if I can learn it and do it myself, I'll learn it and do it myself. It was very hard for me. I contemplated for at least, like, over a month on posting, and went back and forth because I care about what everybody thinks, and it was very hard to put myself out there like that. And it was crazy. The influx of people, the messages, people coming in and, telling me, like, hey, like, keep going, like, you're doing great. Like, that helped tremendously. Just like words of encouragement, even, helped tremendously because, like I said, I don't ever want to, like, burden anybody, I guess, or, you know, like, be like, oh, like, you know, this is what's happening. But honestly, this is what's happening, and this is what's happening to a lot of other small business owners, and they aren't going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Like, it takes a lot. I always say it takes a village.
Yeah,
it takes
sure.
a village to own a small business.
So what was the gist of the post? I mean, we don't have to read it word for word, but, like, the gist of the post.
So basically, I was asking for support because we did have very, very slow days where we would only have 10 customers. And those 10 customers are only buying a drink, like, that's really not even paying to have our people there working, not even really paying for the electric. The electric is a different story, because we get charged as a business a huge demand fee that, like, not all residentials get. But it was just asking for support, like, even sharing, stopping in when you get a chance. I know that not everybody can stop in as much as they'd like to, or not everybody has the money at the moment. Trust me, I completely get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we reached out and we definitely heard. We heard support from other small businesses, support from people inside town, outside of town. It really just spread all over the place.
I think last time
honestly,
it got shared like 1,100 times, I want to say. Like, I mean, it came across my feed, and I know people from, like, McDonald that drove out there. I know a couple people from Boardman that, like, did you notice a lot of new faces after that?
Oh, yes. There was a ton of new faces and a ton of people who were telling me, you know, we seen your post, we're here. Mm-hmm. It was crazy.
Yeah, because I think I commented, I'm like, you'll see me soon. And so that was, like, the first, like, time that I'm like, all right, who are these? What is this place, you know? So then the second thing that brought me to you, and we're going to get to that in a second, is Mr. Haneker. He kind of shot the gun here a little early, but your pizza.
Yes.
So you're not a pizza shop. Like, let's just throw that out there. Like, it's not like Broken Leaf Cafe / pizza. But you've brought back to life a historic pizza in Newton Falls, correct?
Yes.
I had never heard of Albert's Bakery, but I don't even want to, like, start giving the history of Albert's Bakery because you probably know it a lot better than I do. So I'll turn the mic to you. You're doing a great job talking, by the way. You're a talker.
Thank you.
Let's talk about Albert's Bakery Pizza, and how this came to be.
Yeah. So Albert Talanka, he actually moved here and worked at Warren Baking Company. So that's a little bit of history before that. But he ended up moving to Newton Falls and opening his own bakery that had pizzas. I heard they had really good cream sticks that I don't have the recipe for. And they opened, from what I could tell, they opened in 1959. And they were just extremely popular. So the high school was right behind the strip, like, of Newton Falls. And all of the high school students at that time got to leave for lunch. So they would all rush over to Albert's Bakery and get them a slice of their bakery pizza. And I've heard so many different memories, so many amazing memories from people that they used to go over and get a slice of pizza for 25 cents,
quarter,
35 cents. You know, it was a completely different time then. But the pizza itself is just, in my opinion, like, it is a great pizza.
It's very good.
It's good hot. It's good cold. I try to serve it how he served it, in a display case. That way it's kind of the nostalgia.
Yeah.
Some people ask, you know, for it hot. We do that as well. But yeah, it was just, there's so much history.
So
There's so much history there.
How did you get the recipe?
Yeah, so Mike Talenka, Albert's son, actually is our landlord for our building. And I randomly just asked him one day, I'm like, hey, I'm like, do you remember your dad's pizza recipe? And he rambled it off the top of his head to me. And I was like, I'm going to make it and I'm going to bring it to you and I'm going to see what you think. So I made it the first time and took it to him, and he's like, okay, you get an A, but you don't get an A+ yet. Like, it's very close. But he didn't tell me at the time, like, more specific things. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna make it again. I'm gonna get an A+. So I made it again, and I got an A+. And he said that it tastes like how his dad's was when he would make it at home. Okay. And I'm like, that's awesome. Yeah. And I was so happy to hear that from him. Like, I worked on that so hard to, like, just even bring back nostalgia for him. Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, like, is this something that you're okay with me bringing to the people of Newton Falls, bringing them back this memory, you know? And he was like, yeah, you can do that. He just asked me to, you know, bring it in remembrance of Albert. Yeah. And that was a huge thing to me anyway. Like, just to bring back something that he made, but with his love, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, with his spirit there. Yeah. So yeah, it was just kind of, I got lucky. Right? I got lucky, I guess, because a lot of people after that came in and were like, you don't have the recipe. How do you have the recipe? Like, they wouldn't give it to anyone. And I'm like, listen, like, I just asked. That's
awesome. I love it.
I need to know, what was the missing ingredient for strike 2?
The cheese.
The cheese? Mm-hmm. The cheese, yeah. All right.
Mm-hmm. I used the wrong cheese.
Okay. Interesting. So, and to your point, when I did the review video, like I said, it's one of our most watched videos we ever did. And I just loved reading the comments, like you said, of people telling stories of how they used to walk there from high school. Like, it's like people, it's just nostalgic, you know?
Somebody actually told me, this was a new one that I haven't heard yet, because I always hear about, you know, coming from high school and everyone. Someone actually told me that they got into a car accident rushing over to get a slice of Albert's pizza.
In high school or now?
In high school.
Oh, okay.
Not now.
I was like, oh, no.
No, I was like, that's a new one. I haven't heard that.
That's so funny. So, I mean, I guess we could look at this, Joe. You want to do the honors and hold it up to the camera?
I will do the unveiling.
Joe purposely saves his Monday for cheat days for carbs.
I can't cheat today,
Joe,
though.
you're the worst.
I know. All right, I'm going to show the camera first before I show you. So we'll do this. Make sure.
Mm-hmm. I did do pepperoni on half of this one because we started doing pepperoni as well.
Don't screw this up, Joe.
Look at that reveal.
Look at that. So it reminds me of, do you know what tomato pie is? Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of it, yeah.
So in Philadelphia, they do a thing called tomato pie. Now, they don't have cheese on it, but the only reason I say it reminds me of it is because they cook it, or they serve it room temperature. Yeah. It's a bakery, and it sits out. It's basically just bread and sauce. It's like a thick sauce, but it's like super popular in Philly. And I remember when I went into it the first time, the place that it was known for, I can't remember the name of it, and I'm like, oh, it's just a bakery. And it was just like in the bakery, the slice counters. And they asked me if I wanted it warmed up, and I said, well, how do most people get it? And I think he told me, like, most people do it room temperature. I'm like, all right, well, that's what I want to do.
That is something I think that makes a huge difference. And in your review, I think that helped a lot, too, because a bakery pizza is different. The crust 100%. is different. So it is more of, like,
Thanks,
I would say, like a bready crust than...
It's almost like a dinner roll almost.
Honestly,
it's flavor. So I'm just going to start eating here.
Yeah.
This is funny, or not funny, but this is what I love about Newton Falls, and it seems like this happens all the time. It seems like other small businesses from Newton Falls support.
We all band together.
And like that's like great, because like a lot, and in this day and age, you see a lot of like not banding together and like jealousy, and it seems like Newton Falls businesses try to lift each other up a lot. Is that an accurate statement?
Yes. Yeah, I feel like everybody kind of, we all work together. We all work off of each other. So I've always said, that I feel like business breeds business. So even if there's another coffee shop or we had a Dunkin' move in after we moved in, like business breeds business. People might go to that Dunkin' and then see on Google that hey, there's another, like a local coffee shop. I want to go try there next. Or, people walking downtown, like people might go to Guns and Hoses and see, other shops around them. Hey, I need to go look in this shop. I need to go look here next. So it's all a team effort, honestly. We all work together. I tell people all the time, like, hey, like, we're more breakfast, but if you want dinner, like, go to Substop, go to Big D's, go to Guns and Hoses, like, try all these other places because they're great.
Yeah.
And people might not know that they're even there. I mean, we still have people in Newton Falls that come in. It'll be 3 years, May 1st, that we've been there. I didn't even know that you were here.
Really?
Yes.
So those of you that don't know Newton Falls, and again, my knowledge of Newton Falls is very minimum. So I basically just know that main street. What's that main street that you're on?
Broad Street.
Broad Street.
Yep.
And it, like this picture she sent me kind of paints it. It's just a bunch of little mom and pop shops, right? Mm-hmm. It's just an adorable little street.
And when I was looking, actually, we are one of the only towns left in Ohio with the historic district like that.
Oh, wow. Nice. It reminds me a little bit of Salem. Salem, Ohio has like that same little...
There isn't too many towns that still have like the historic buildings and storefronts.
And they had that fascia, that
Yes.
Historic fascia. That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I love the outside of our building.
And didn't you just say it got recently designated something?
Yep. So we just got recently put on the historic district. So we actually have these little printouts that Trumbull County Tourism made for us. But it's all of our buildings, and then on the back it has all of the history of each building on them. So it's really cool.
And these are available these are at your shop, you said?
Yep. We have them at our shop, Fieldview Acres Mercantile. You can just go rip off a page and take it with you.
And you also have a covered bridge in town, correct? I just saw that. That's kind of made the news recently. What's going on with that covered bridge?
So the covered bridge has been fixed multiple times. People keep running into it. But it is a huge mark in our town. Anytime people come into town for the first time, we always tell them, if you want to see something cool, go down to the covered bridge, go over to the falls. People honestly know us for having a covered bridge. I think it's over 100 years old, isn't it?
It's built in the 1800s.
Yeah,
Wow.
It was built in the 1800s. I don't know too much history on it. I just know
It's one of the few covered bridges you can still drive.
yeah,
Oh,
there
okay.
there isn't a lot of covered bridges that you can drive across anymore
And that's when you can. Mm-hmm. So cool.
when it's open.
Yeah. The one thing we forgot to talk about at the pizza is you only do it one day a week.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes.
So go ahead.
So the pizza takes a lot of preparation, and I do have a tiny little kitchen. People don't realize our kitchen is half of this room here. So we make the dough, we make the sauce, we shred the cheese the day of. So it takes a lot of preparation and time to get it out to everyone. And we can only do a certain amount per day. So I have a lot of people call in and ask. We do sell out very quickly on how many we can do. So I am going back to college to finish my degree on top of having a 1-year-old that runs around like a little crazy man, and running a business. So for now, I can only, unfortunately, keep it to that 1 day a week.
At the same time, I kind of like hard to get food. It
Exclusive.
It's exclusive.
Yeah.
I think it does make it more special, too.
I 100% agree with it. And a lot of people were commenting if it's so good, why wouldn't they make it more days a week? It's all right, man.
I try when I have the time, I will make it other days. We just did it a couple Sundays, we did Super Bowl Sunday. We did a special on it. Whenever I have the time, I will I will try to get it out to people who can't get it during weekdays.
Shout out my guy Jonathan Morales from Red Rican. He frequents out in Newton Falls all the time. I think he goes to that distillery we were mentioning Five Fours Distillery. So
Yeah.
shout out to Red Rican, my dude. But yeah, I forget where I was going with this. He distracted me there. But people mentioned in the post about the cheese,
Yeah.
and they were like, "Why isn't the cheese like? That's on purpose, correct?" They were like, "There should be more cheese on there." And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Listen, she's
So-
doing it how it was made it back in the 50s."
So a traditional like Italian pizza doesn't have as much cheese. We actually put more cheese on there than I've heard that he put on there. Because we are cheese fiends. But yeah, a traditional like Italian pizza doesn't have as much cheese on it. I think it's more about the dough and the sauce.
Okay, nice. And the other thing that Newton Falls has recently made the news about is a treasure hunt.
Yes.
So this, if you haven't heard about this, I'll let you fill in the details, but there's like $22,000 worth of gold and cash hidden in Newton Falls. Is that accurate?
Yes.
All right.
So my uncle, Tom Colosimo at Fieldview Acres Mercantile, which is located right next door to us, started a treasure hunt, and it has turned into, it's just exploded into this like national thing at this point. He has over $22,000 in treasure that is going to be hidden, which I believe he's giving out the first clue on May 3rd. Or March 3rd.
March 3rd, okay.
Sorry, my brain
Coming up
didn't.
here.
March 3rd. And I'm pretty sure he's doing it every 2 weeks. Yeah, it'll be on Fieldview Acres Mercantile Facebook page. They'll release a clue every 2 weeks for you to go find the treasure. So we have a lot of people asking me if I know anything. I know nothing.
Well, we could start rumors. We could say like
Yeah,
Willy
we-
Wonka.
we-
If you buy a
we could-
pizza, you
Exactly.
get,
You buy a pizza, you
might get a clue. Might get one.
There's a hidden clue in Golden Leaf Cafe.
Yeah.
They're doing like a drink special on like a special cookie.
We are planning with all of the other business owners to do our own kind of little treasures. So we won't spill any of that, but look forward to like most of the businesses in town doing some sort of thing with the treasure hunt as well. It's becoming more of a community thing, and I think it's going to be really cool to see how it unfolds.
Oh, I think that I was talking to your mom before, and she was saying like treasure hunting people from across the country.
Yeah.
are talking about it at treasure hunting conventions or something like that. Is that
Yeah.
what she was saying?
I know he has had people reach out to him from other states. He had, I don't remember his name, from the American Pickers reach out
Oh,
about
wow.
putting something into it as well. I don't know if you know, but he stopped into my uncle's store before.
I did not know that. With the show.
And actually has like bought things from him as
love
well,
American
different
Pickers. I
antiques.
never knew
So
that.
Love it.
so that's another little tidbit.
Nice. So it's hidden right now.
I don't know.
Or you don't-
I
no,
have
you don't
no
know.
idea. Honestly.
I'm trying to get hints out. of you. I'm
Yeah,
trying.
I feel
I'm
it.
Trying.
Tried to get some hints from him and he wouldn't give it.
No.
So,
Lockdown tight.
Joe's Xing off his calendar for the next 2 weeks. He's gonna be out there
Oh, I will
crawling through
find
the
it.
leaves.
Ground penetrating radar and drones. I'm gonna find it.
So last year for Easter, we're going to do it again this year. We hid Easter eggs, like pizza Easter eggs around town. And it was so funny watching people trying to find it. Like we hit them in the pinwheels outside of Boardman Park in the spring. They put those pinwheels out in front. You could see it from 224. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like right
Oh, yeah.
by that church. And I knew where it was at. And there was like 30 people out there. And they were out there for like an hour. I'm like, how aren't they finding it? Like, because I had kind of like put it underneath like the grass a little bit. Like, you gotta just move the grass. So this is going to be cool. I'm pretty excited about this.
We've done some scavenger hunts ourselves, and it's crazy to watch, and it's so much fun. We have people who are constantly asking like, when are you going to do the next scavenger hunt? So I think that this will be like really fun for everybody.
Yeah. You're a lifer at Newton Falls? Or you graduated
Yep.
from Newton Falls? That's great. Let's look through some comments here real quick. So get caught up. Benjamin says, she's good people. I put supplies in her place for Cintas, and she made me a coffee drink.
Yep.
Out of this world. She's young and a hard worker. Nothing but the best. You recognize some of these names?
Yeah.
Bernadette. We already showed the Guns and Hoses. Sherry says that she loves the Broken Leaf Cafe. Guns and Hoses, I think that was replying to us, giving them a little shout out how they support everybody. Yes, I mean, that is true. We've been to Sam's Pizza, your guys' place. We're going to go to that distillery. I got to go to that Big D's now. Your mom was really hyping that up. And I heard pierogi on a burger. Is that true?
Yep.
I'm
And
Polish.
Substop.
That's like, my ears perked up. Like, what? Pierogies? Or pierogies, however they say it.
Prois.
What is it, Joe?
Proi.
There you go. Yes, Jim, it is very cool. There it is. Yes, the home of the 44444. So there's some more treats here in front of me. You want to talk me through these? I've purposely not tasted these yet. But
Yeah.
I want to start with this because this reminds me of like a refresher kind of.
Yeah, so that's one of our energy refreshers. That's our Sunset Colada. That's one of our most popular ones, and I love that one because it's very pretty.
So cool. So what's the flavoring?
So it has red raspberry, mango, coconut, and it's topped with orange juice. So we have a ton of non-coffee drinkers that come in and get our refreshers. We have pretty much a bit for everyone. Like if you don't like coffee, we have something for you. Like if you are sugar-free, we have sugar-free. If you have to drink decaf, we have decaf options, like alternative milk options. We kind of try to like cater to everyone. That way you can get a little bit of something.
Yeah. And you do breakfast food too? Is that?
Yes.
I don't think I've had your breakfast food. So if you'd have to say, like, what's your most popular item?
Our most popular item,
Besides the pizza, I feel like this
Yeah.
is probably kind of popular.
so is our maple bacon, egg and cheese croissant. That is literally our top seller. We ran reports for last year, like top seller, like off the charts.
That's it.
Our most popular drink is probably either our Sunset Colada for our refresher or our lavender vanilla latte. Which lavender is kind of an acquired taste. It's more of like a floral flavor, I want to say. But it's one of my go-tos, and I have a ton of people who come in and order it.
Nice. Again, for those that are joining late, this is Miss Lillian. She owns Broken Leaf Cafe in Newton Falls. I always forget to like remind people that jump on, like, well, who is this person? And you were nice enough to send over some pictures, and I want to go through a couple of these because you mentioned it at the beginning, but I think it kind of separates you. You talking about like how you get anxiety and all that, and you want to be uplifting.
Yeah.
So let's start with this. I
Yeah.
thought this was super cool when I walked in. You have a Pay It Forward project. You want to talk a little bit about that? I'm going to leave the picture up
Yeah.
so people could see it.
So we've had a Pay It Forward project for almost the entire time that we've been open. So how you would go through a drive-through and have someone, pay in front of you for the next person. It's kind of with that idea in mind. But basically, all of those that are up on the board are already paid for. And they're written out to who they want to go to. So, like, some people are more specific and they want it to go to, like, a firefighter or police officer. Some people just put it up there, anybody who needs it. So basically, if you come in and, you don't have the money right now, you can look on the board and just take one down there, hand it to us. We don't ask any questions. If you need it, you need it. That's what it's there for. And we have a lot of generous people that come in and constantly help replenish that as well.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. When I was waiting for you to bring the pizza out, I think it was you. Was it you when I went there?
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, I didn't know you two. So I'm just like, and I'm just like reading it, and I was just like, this is just so cool. And then this is something cool too. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so we have a little section there for people to write on sticky notes. Anything positive, a kind message for someone. We have a lot of people who write things on there, that they think other people need to hear. And we take those back and we staple those on our to-go bags to give to people. So that it gives them, hey, like, there's this other person out there that knows, hey, like, if you need this, like, this is something that may make someone's day completely change. Someone's having a bad day and they see, oh, you're like wonderful. Like, you know, that can change their entire day.
It's so true. Like even just like, hey, I like that shirt. Mm-hmm. Like instantly like boosts
It instantly
somebody's self-esteem
uplifts
for the
you,
day.
yeah.
I'm like, huh, I look good today. This is nice. Which I do like your shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
Joe, I don't like your shirt. Sorry, Joe.
I didn't think so.
Oh, there we go. Let's see. Let's go through a couple other little pictures here. Ooh, what's this?
Yeah.
Let's talk about this.
So we ran a small fundraiser actually for my mom during November. So my mom is battling stage 4 ovarian cancer, and this is her 3rd time going through treatment. So the first time she went through a major surgery and 8 chemotherapy appointments. The second time she went through, I believe, 6 chemotherapy, and then she has 6 for this time as well. She just completed her 4th one. So this was very personal to me, and it's something that we like to do. We actually did hearts for 2 of the kids in Newton Falls that were diagnosed with cancer as well. This is something that comes really close to home. But I wanted to create something for my mom that every time that she comes in, she can look, and it isn't just like her family telling her to keep going. It's the community, people that she knows and loves, like telling her, you know, to continue to fight, that it's worth it, because it does. I can't say, but I can tell just by watching her journey that it tears you down. And sometimes it is very easy, just with my anxiety, to fall into a negative mindset. That is so easy. It is way harder to be positive. So I wanted something that can remind her every time she comes in, like, keep going.
Yeah. Mom, do you want to step up on camera real quick? You look fantastic, by the way. I do have to say that. You look fantastic. Just say hi real quick to everybody. Come over to your daughter's side there.
Hi.
There she is. You look great. You do. You look great. And I could tell how much you mean to this young lady. What else we got here? This is just a little shot of your shop, right?
Yep.
Got the menu up here. What's this over here that I'm looking at? Is that like a popcorn?
Yeah, so we have, we carry some local items. So we have, they're out of Diamond, Cosmic Kettle popcorn, and it is delicious. Like, you open the bag, you eat the whole bag.
Really?
But it's very good, like gourmet kettle corn. We also have lip balm from Moonlit Lake Farms. They're also locally made. And then we also carry local honey in the shop too. So if you like honey, you can use the local honey in any of your drinks as well.
Nice. I've been liking honey. There's a lot of pizza shops put a hot honey on top of their pizza.
A lot of people have been doing. I can't have honey; it breaks me out in hives.
Really?
Yeah, I'm allergic to it.
Have you had hot honey yet on a pizza, Joe?
Oh.
You like it?
The contrast in flavors is amazing.
At first, I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I don't know. And then I took a bite of it, and I'm like, what the heck is that? Okay. I forgot I have another drink here to try. So what do we have here?
So that is our butter pecan latte. That has been very, very popular. Like, in the last week, that has probably been our top seller.
Joe's got too sensitive of a belly. So I gotta eat everything. I guess I gotta take one for the team.
So I'm quite a coffee snob.
Yeah.
When it comes, like, where's
fantastic.
your roots with coffee? Like, do you have, like, where your beans come from and all that kind of stuff?
So our beans.
I knew I invited you for a reason.
Yeah.
Joe. Thank you.
When we first, kind of a little history, when we first opened, before we first opened, we tried a bunch of different coffee roasters. And we tried them black, we tried them with cream. Like, we wanted to get a sense of, like, how everyone drinks it. And we ended up going with Bentry and Kent. So our coffee is roasted locally. Our coffee is roasted the day that we go to pick it up. Like, it's fresh, it's certified organic, all of our coffee beans. Honestly, it is, like, superior, in my opinion. The flavors that they get into it is just crazy. Like,
and I looked at your menu. That's some hardcore stuff there, like the espressos and.
we have a pretty extensive menu. So basically, we have like just your regular coffee. So anybody who wants just a regular cup of coffee, they can come in and we'll give them, like, we have a breakfast blend roast, a medium roast. We have our black squirrel roast that's very popular if you just like
What's
a regular.
Black Squirrel roast?
That's their dark roast.
Okay. I'm not a big coffee person. That's why.
So then we also have just like the classics, like your classic latte, cappuccino, macchiato, Americano, anything like that. We could do those as well. And then we have a lot of our fun, like specialty drinks that we've come together with, like the lavender vanilla lattes, the butter pecan. We have an almond joy. We have different frappes that are blended with all kinds of things. We have a peanut butter cup one. So we have a little bit of anything. If you like not sweet, we can do something, just a black coffee. If you like something really sweet, we could do that for you. We kind of can do anything with it.
Ooh, there you go. Bomb City Pizza. So if you're still watching, they
Awesome.
might be a guest here on an upcoming podcast. They're a new pizza shop coming to town.
That's awesome.
Opening in Poland, I think March 3rd, maybe is their tentative grand opening. But yeah, go out to Newton Falls. They'd love to see you. Kim says she got a hot honey roni from Red Plum. So good. I didn't know they had the hot honey there. Have you had Red Plum yet, Joe?
No, I've not.
Really good. They do like a Detroit style. It's so good. Hot honey on pizza, absolutely. So you come up with all your recipes? Like
Yes.
it's pretty much all.
I've
you like
come-
lay in bed at night thinking of like weird recipes to try to put together. And also, before you answer, have you ever said this is going to be a home run, and then you put it together and you're like, this tastes like shit? Like this is not a good idea.
So I came up with everything, like all of our food menu items,
That's so good. I love
all
that
of
so
our
much.
drink items. I love doing that. Like I've always been a very creative person, so I'm like a mad scientist in there, coming up with different drinks.
She does a drink of
Yeah, we actually do a drink of the week every week.
nice.
So every week I come up with some sort of something.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like, you look at things and you're like, okay, that's like a really weird combination, but then it turns out like great. Like we have a watermelon mint lemonade, which at first you're like, okay, watermelon and mint, I don't know how that would be. It's delicious.
Yeah.
And I've done like other like, matchas with like banana bread syrup that like sometimes you're like, oh, I don't know if this will work together. And then like it's just awesome.
I never had matcha until a Grizzly Bean coffee at the local coffee
Yeah.
shop. They invited me over, and they said you want to try our matcha something. I can't remember what it was, something lemonade. I'm like, I'm not a tea person. He's like, trust me, it was so damn good. You a matcha guy, Joe?
I've never had
Really?
it.
I always say matcha is an acquired taste. So like
Want to tell
matcha.
Joe what matcha
Yeah,
is first?
so matcha is a green tea powder. We use an organic matcha, so it's more of an earthy flavor. It's not like mixed with anything, because you can get some matchas that are like a mix. But it's a very earthy flavor, so some people don't like that. I am a big matcha drinker. I love matcha, and I've been experimenting more with different flavors, because I used to like it a lot with like lavender or like more fruity end flavors. But I've been diving into more savory flavors now. Like I know that people do chocolate, and I'm still a little bit too scared to try that one. But
Yeah.
one day I'll try chocolate in it and see what that tastes like. But yeah, it's. You just have to try it and see
Yeah, it's
if
different.
it's something you
I
like.
like it with lemonade. I don't like it with like a milk type base or something like that.
Sometimes it can be a little bit bitter,
Yeah.
so that throws people off a little bit.
But like the health benefits of it, I researched
Yeah,
the health
I'm gonna have to
benefits
try
of it, and I'm like, there's so much goodness that comes out of just drinking like a little matcha a day.
Yeah.
That-
Do you have a culinary background, or are you just mad scientist, put it all together yourself?
Not really. I did work in the nursing home kitchen actually in town for like 5 years. My aunt ran the kitchen there, so I kind of like started there learning, like all of the different sanitary elements. Like we are very like cleanly when it comes to everything. Like I pride myself on like how clean my kitchen is and everything like that, because that's how I learned to do it. Like we had to deal with state, the health department, like you want to, you know, keep everything. You have a more like risky in a nursing home. So when it came to opening up my own business, I was like, okay, I'm going to take like what I learned from my aunt and put it into my business as well. So
cool.
And my family has always been like really big like foodies. Like we cook a lot. I learned a lot from my grandparents and my mom when it came to cooking. So
if your mom was like, come over and I'll cook you anything you want for dinner, what would you have her cook you? Do you have like a favorite dish from that you remember growing up that you like when you got off of the bus and you walked in and you're like, oh, we're having this tonight, and you got excited?
Okay, so this is like a family recipe that I learned from my mom, but it's macaroni, tomatoes, and bacon. It's actually from her grandmother.
Okay.
So it's been kind of passed down. But it's like the macaroni noodles, and then you have like diced tomatoes, kind of like a tomato sauce in it, and then like little chunks of bacon, and then like some mozzarella cheese. It is so good.
Interesting. I don't know if I've ever thought of bacon with like a pasta dish.
My grandma actually told me that they decided to make that because back in the day they had what 10 kids. Okay.
Wait, who had 10 kids?
My grandma.
Yeah,
my Lord. I'm tired with one.
My great grandma had 10 kids. So basically they had to come up with something that wouldn't break the bank, you know, for dinner. And they used to can their own tomatoes. So she decided to make macaroni, tomatoes, and bacon, and it became like, I love it.
Yeah.
It's just passed down, and I learned how to make it from my mom. And like I watched my great grandma make it a couple times too. It is one of my favorites.
Did you ever think about putting it on the menu?
Maybe.
It might be something.
Special, like
I could do it as a little special, yeah.
Is there anything, not to put you on the spot, you're sitting right by your mom. I know that I had a handful of things when I got off the bus, and when I walked in and I heard that this was for dinner, I'm like, oh shit. Like she used to make
stinkers.
She used to call it sausage, but it wasn't like Italian sausage. It would just be like a kielbasi, you know, the circle, and they just like pan fried it and like threw it on a plate. Again, 3 kids, like, this is what you're eating, and I'm like, damn it. We never liked that. Sorry, Mom. Everything else was good.
See, I honestly don't think that there was ever anything that she made that I didn't like.
Most of the time, they're just hitters.
Like, I don't like seafood, but neither does she. So that was never, like, a big thing, like, in our house. So, but everything that she made, like, it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in the room. That was a diplomatic.
No, I'm serious.
When the cameras go off, we'll talk.
Even if she wasn't, honestly, like, I learned everything from her, and we're really big on, like, seasoning everything. Like, we even season our eggs, like, in the shop. Because it just changes the whole flavor. So, like, I never honestly had anything that I didn't like.
That had to be brutal since you do breakfast when the egg prices were outrageous. What was it like?
It was like it was almost $40 for like the box of eggs that we get.
Yeah. And what is it now?
It's $13.
That's so crazy.
I just went and got some, and it was $13. And I actually just told my husband that. I'm like, what crazy world we live in, that it jumped up to like $40, and now it's back down to $13.
Did you have to adjust your prices, or did you just kind of eat it?
We just ate it. We try to keep our prices like in the middle. Like we want as a business to be making something, but we know how it is to struggle and not be able to pay as much. So we try to like find the middle line. So a lot of times, like the first time our coffee went up, we just ate the cost on it. Our coffee actually just went up again in price. Like when the eggs went up, we eat the cost on it. Like it's
tough. I don't know.
It is really tough.
I don't know how you guys. Yeah, that's just tough. I'm friends with the guy that owns Landmark Restaurant, and that's a breakfast joint, and like that's all they cook is eggs all day. But you can't raise your price.
No, and you can't just
that much.
take it off of your menu when that's your main thing either.
Yeah, that's great. That's crazy. So if somebody is at home watching right now, maybe a young girl, and they're like, I'd like to open a little shop.
Yeah.
Like, I think you're a good example of like, just do it. What would you tell that person if they're like, I don't know, people probably will hate it.
Yeah.
What would you
So
say?
I dove headfirst. I dove headfirst not knowing anything. I was a coffee drinker but didn't know much about it. Like, I really taught myself everything that I know. I sat up watching videos, like, learning different ways of doing things. Like, I taught myself everything. I would tell someone, just do it. Like,
Yeah.
You also learn as you go. It is definitely something, I want to say just do it, but also take into consideration how much work goes into everything. It takes so much time. I live and breathe Broken Leaf Cafe. Like, every night, what am I thinking about? Like, my business. I'm constantly like thinking about what I could do next. Like, things that I can do on our socials, things that we can do in the business. Like, it definitely is a lot. Mm-hmm. So if you're someone who, doesn't have the time, like, that makes it very difficult.
Yeah.
Time, energy.
It's not just, hey, we bought this, here's the key, I'm going to hire a couple of people and just sit back.
It's
not going to happen.
Yes, that's not realistic at all. It takes so much to own a small business.
No one's gonna love your business.
Yeah, no one will love your business like you do. You're going to put everything. I was just telling her, I put everything into this business.
It's like your child almost.
It literally is. Like, all of my time, all of my energy. Like, I definitely have gotten burnout. Mm-hmm. That's something that you have to, just get over, basically, because this is like my child, like you said. Like, I want this to succeed. I want to push this into the future, to go like beyond my limits, and the only way that I can do that is to keep going. So
Joe, Joe here, he's built companies from the ground up. What's something you would give, listen to her talk, maybe a little advice that you would give her?
Her story, I buy into people, and like the commenter said, you are good people.
Thank you.
And your messaging and your influence on how business is supposed to be done, you are embodied in that messaging. So no matter, I know business is a struggle and it gets tough, but if you can always remind yourself of that messaging and make that your brand, like, hard times we can all get through, right, but stick with that messaging for sure.
I have seen like a lot, before we even opened, I've seen a lot of negative things and a lot of people, like going against one another, businesses going against one another. And like I've said, like, business breeds business. Like, you are going to get so much farther working together than you are fighting each other. And I feel in that aspect, like, positivity goes a long way. Like, negativity spreads like wildfire,
right,
but positivity does too. When we first opened, like, I feel like there was just an influx of like positive vibes, and that's what I want for everyone. Mm-hmm. Positivity spreads just as much as negativity does, so you kind of got to choose your battle there.
Yeah, and it's easy, I think, sometimes to just be negative. Hey, I'm with you. So what is this? What is the Try Their Mediterranean?
So we have 2 Mediterranean wraps. We have our Mediterranean breakfast wrap, which is scrambled eggs, roasted red peppers, Kalamata olives, spinach, and feta cheese. That is one of like my favorite go-tos as well. But we also have a chicken version that has all of the same stuff except for chicken, except for the eggs, and then it has a little bit of ranch in it as well.
Okay. So we didn't mention hours, I don't think, or address. You want to give that real quick? We're kind of running out of time here.
So we're located right in the downtown strip at 38 West Broad Street, Newton Falls, Ohio. Zip code all fours.
444444444.
And then we are currently open Tuesday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. and then Saturday and Sunday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. We are closed on Mondays.
Okay.
So
nice. So yeah, Joe, you got anything else? you
No,
wanna
no,
bring up real
this
quick?
was good. I'm so glad that your messaging got out, and I hope the public will support you. You've done the
you.
hard work, and the community marketplace needs to support
wait.
that for sure.
almost
Yeah.
forgot. I almost
The
forgot
cookie.
the cookie. Let's end on the cookie.
Yes, we do. So I bake all of our stuff in-house from scratch. So any cookies, muffins, any other kind of pastries that you get, they are made in-house from scratch.
Oh, you are not shy with your.
I love
That's a
chocolate chips.
chunky cookie right there.
Joe, talk for a second. I'm going to eat.
Okay. All right. So if they want to follow you on social media, do you have a social media presence right now?
So you
that's a
can
good
follow
cookie.
us at Broken Leaf Cafe. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We also are on TikTok as well. Anytime, any updates we post on our Facebook and Instagram, any specials that we do, our drink of the week, that's always posted weekly on our Facebook and Instagram. So I'm very big on our social media.
You do a
So I
great
kind
job.
of post like anything I have, salads, different pastries, drinks that we do. Like you can see everything on there.
And you're real consistent with your posts. I think a lot of people
you.
forget about their social media and they might not post for a week, and well, you just lost all the momentum you were building. And so I think you do a great job with your social media. Any more comments here, real quick? Let's check these out. The homemade chicken salad crossed, the best. It's like, is this some Newton Falls lingo that I don't know about?
Yeah, so we make
Oh, there we go. She corrected herself.
So we make our chicken salad in-house. That's my recipe as well. It's become like really popular. We also make like our chipotle aioli that we use in-house. We make a lot of our stuff from scratch. So
Nice. Super cool. Well, I can't thank you enough for taking the drive here
Yeah,
to
thank
downtown
you.
Youngstown to tell the world about your small business. And I wish you nothing but continued success. And to the people in Newton Falls, I love your little town. If you haven't been to Newton Falls, obviously there's a treasure hunt going on, so you could go try to find $20-some thousand. But even without it, there are plenty of treasures in Newton Falls, food-wise and small business-wise. So take the drive to Newton Falls. Quick drive, what, half hour from here maybe? 25 minutes, 30 minutes
yeah,
from
like
Youngstown?
a half an hour from here. Yep.
Nice weekend drive. Go check them out. And yeah, thanks Lillian for coming on.
Thank
Broken
you.
Leaf
I
Cafe.
appreciate it.
Albert's Pizza available on Fridays, but if you're not a pizza guy, there's plenty of other options there. So thanks Lillian, and looking forward to seeing your growth down the road.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening to this show on Youngstown Studio. This is original Youngstown content. Feel free to share our videos and tell your friends about us. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and